everybody, and welcome. I am Burger Boom, and today we are dealing with royalty, and I don't mean the Burger King. Today, we're gonna see if I can beat the game Pokemon Fire Red with a single Nidoking. I think that Nidoking will be able to beat this game quite easily for a magnitude of reasons. The first one being its stats with that really good attack stat, and frankly, it's not so bad with any of its other stats either. The second being the wide variety of moves it can learn, both in physical, special, some of course getting the stat bonus, and then finally, this Pokemon was used to complete speedruns back in Red, Blue, Yellow days, and it's not hard to see why. To take a look at the few rules that we do have, we can use any Pokemon for HMs, but for actual battle we can only use Nidoking. We cannot use items in battle, but in between battles is fine. We do use rare candies for level up if needed, but for this particular run, I can't imagine that we'll need that very much. For the rival, I gave him Charmander. For the most part, I don't think it matters what starter the rival actually has. Blastoise and Venusaur, we could both learn TMs for to be able to handle them. The main reason that I went with Charmander is because when it hits the Charizard evolution, it gains a partial flying type, so moves like Earthquake and Dig, which will probably be some of our more powerful moves, can't affect it. For the beginning lab battle though, we have a pretty wide variety of moves for this early in the game. As you can probably imagine, the first lab battle goes off without any type of hitch. After taking a pretty easy victory, we can head through the beginning of the game, pecking down all the bug Pokemon that are unfortunate enough to cross our paths. The optional rival battle isn't anything too difficult either, though it is at this time. I'd like to remind you, if you haven't yet, to like and subscribe to the channel. Last week's Dragonite video did incredibly well, and commenters, I hear you. I am working on the mic situation. I probably need to place more soundproofing around the room, and change the settings on my mic, which I actually did before recording this. But as of right now, the sound pad part is a time and weather issue. The spray used to stick the pads to the walls smells horrible, so I'd like to have the windows opened up a little bit for, suffocation reasons. Anyway, the fight with Brock is a breeze. Given the fact that we have double kick and a pretty decent attack stat, we can take him down without too much of a problem. Onyx does manage to land a few hits, but given the fact that it has a horrible attack stat, we can brush its attacks off, move on, and then head to a more difficult part of the game. We take on the trainers to the right of us, grab the Dome Fossil, and then it's time to choose who we are going to fight. We can fight the rival, where Sand Attack will likely be an issue, or we can attempt to fight Misty, and given the fact that we're part ground typing, I don't think that it'll go too well for us. We head to the rival, and he starts with Pidgeotto, and we start with Peck doing about a third as Gust hits for a little. We take it below half, get hit with Tackle and Quick Attack, and we finish it off with 2 more Pecks. Abra's up, and we swap over to Focus Energy since he can't attack, and then land a hard-hitting Mega Punch. Rattata is out, and we move to Double Kick, taking it out in one shot. Last up is Charmander. We use Mega Punch to take it to yellow, getting hit with Growl, and then taking it out with Peck. Alright, no Sand Attack, we'll take it. After that, we can go ahead and complete the route to the north, leveling up a little bit along the way. We can challenge the 2 trainers in Misty's gym, and then challenge her as well. Misty starts with Staryu, and we open the Focus Energy as Misty hardens up. We swap to Mega Punch and take the Staryu out in one shot. After that, it's Starmie, and despite the accuracy, we use Mega Punch again, taking it below half. Water Pulse hits hard, but due to no confusion and Mega Punch hitting and critting, we take down the second gym without any issue, and go ahead and move on. Once again, given the fact that Nidoking is dominating the competition, we don't need to worry about leveling up with additional trainers. We just focus on getting the items that we need. After that, it's time to face the rival one more time, and he has a few evolved Pokemon this time around. Pidgeotto's first, and we open with Mega Punch, missing as we get hit with Gust. We connect with the next one, taking it to a Sliver, and get hit with Sand Attack. We still land Double Kick, and the bird goes down. Next up is Kadabra, and we use Mega Punch, still somehow connecting and taking it out in one shot. Raticate is up, and we use Double Kick, taking it out in technically 2 shots. Last up is Charmeleon, and we swap back to Mega Punch, missing as it hits us with Growl. We do Dig the next turn, and Smokescreen misses. We connect with Dig, taking it out, and that's that. With the rival out of the way, we can sing some smooth jazz to the captain, root around the trash cans in Surge's gym like it's Stardew Valley, and then challenge him to a gym battle. However, I think you probably think you know how the battle is going to go if you saw Dig in our moveset, but you'd be wrong for a simple reason. First up, we take Voltorb out in one shot with Dig. For whatever reason, we swap over to Mega Punch to punch Pikachu in the face for a critical hit and take it down, but naturally get paralyzed. Last up is Raichu, and due to the paralysis, we don't want to worry about being paralyzed underground, and just opt for continuing to flail about wildly. Now, if this were Gen 1, getting paralyzed underground means that we wouldn't take damage, but that's an exploit, and I guess I'd probably restart, maybe. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We take it to red, and Surge heals up, then we stay paralyzed. Raichu double teams again, and we spend a few turns missing before connecting with a double kick. We get hit with quick attack, it gets poisoned, and from there the battle is basically over. It can't deal too much damage, and Surge has a full heal. Thankfully, our next double kick connects and we win the battle. We have some traveling to get through, and I just wanted to say thank you, by the way. On the day of writing this, the Dragonite video is currently at 30 likes and almost 1,000 views, which has only happened twice to my long-form content. With springtime coming up and more people going out and about, it means a lot to me that you continue to click on these videos, but I don't want to ramble on too much since you came here to see Nidoking absolutely wreck the competition. Through the remainder of this, I could see Giovanni being an issue given our moveset, but let's see how our first battle goes against him. Giovanni starts with Onyx, and we open up a double kick, taking it to almost red as it uses Rage and manages to poison itself before we take it out. Rhyhorn is next, so we swap over to Dig, since he shouldn't have Earthquake yet, and it misses Stomp before we connect with Dig, taking it out. Kangaskhan is last, and we open up a double kick, but get flinched. Next turn, we test damage, doing about 3/4 of its health as Tail Whip connects, and we use another double kick, taking it out and letting us move on. But we remember to actually go fight Erica again before heading to the rival. I'm on a roll with this. We go through some of the mandatory trainers in the gym and then challenge the sleepy plant mom herself. Erica starts with Victory Bell, and we use Dig, taking it to yellow as we get hit with Stun Spore. Giga Drain is annoying, but we can take it out a few turns after the heal up. Tangela opens with Ingrain and a few punches to the face later, and it also goes down as well. But we don't have too much HP to spare. With Vileplume, it hits Mega Drain, and we're doing decent damage, and Vileplume takes us down to 1 HP, before we thankfully push past the odds and land a final punch to take it down and win the battle. With Erica and basically Celadon City finished, we make our way back to the tower and the rival. Pidgeotto's first, and we use Mega Punch, only getting hit with a soft quick attack as it goes down. When the eggs come out, we Mega Punch again, taking it down. For Kadabra, you guessed it, use Mega Punch, and the crit was definite overkill. With Gyarados, we just continue to press A despite the Intimidate drop, taking it to not quite half. Thrash does a good bit of damage due to a crit, and then it goes down. Last up is Charmeleon, and we actually swap over to Dig this time as it uses and misses Ember, and we take it down in one shot to win the battle. Now here is where I kind of messed up a little bit. I kind of only set up physical moves that can't hit ghost types. So what we do is we grab the coin case, go to the casino, and start buying the TMs that we need. The fact that Nidoking can learn a ridiculous amount of moves is the main reason that we're going to clear this. Now that we have Thunderbolt and Ice Beam in our back pocket, I do feel a lot more confident. Clearing the rest of the tower, going to Fuchsia, and then we can go ahead and challenge Koga for the first time. Koga sends out Coughing, and it goes down to 1 Thunderbolt. Muck isn't affected much by Megahorn, but I had to try. It's mostly just Muck spamming Sludge, but since we can't be poisoned, we can just keep going at it. We do end up expending all of our Thunderbolts, so we have to take the Coughing down with weak Megahorns. Last up is the Wheezing, and it's more of the same, and we're getting whittled away quickly. Thankfully, though, Koga had healed previously, and with just a few HP to spare, we swap over to Double Kick and manage to take it out for a surprising victory. Honestly, with the way that Muck was going, I thought I was going to need a PP up or something. But that does allow us to move on, and we make our way through Sylph. Since we haven't technically had any issues with this particular run, I once again just want to avoid leveling up. We do fight a few trainers to get to the things we need, like the bed, the key card, and then we head over to fight the rival. He has a much scarier team by now, but I still want to go ahead and give it a try just to see what happens. Pidgeotta's up first, and we use Thunderbolt to take it out in one shot. Execute is next, and we use Mega Horn, the most anime move I can possibly think of in this game, and take it out in one shot as well. The one-shot sweep continues with Alakazam, and we swap over to Thunderbolt to one-shot the Gyarados. Last up is Charizard, and we Thunderbolt it to take it to yellow, and we get really hard with Flamethrower down to low yellow, but thankfully we still outspeed and can take it out next turn for a first try victory. After a quick heal up, we can go ahead and fight Giovanni again. Nidorino's up first, and we use Dig, hoping that it doesn't know Earthquake, and so far so good, we take it out in one shot. Kangaskhan is next, and we attempt Mega Horn, missing and getting Tail Whipped, and then we both miss the next turn before we connect to take it to about half. After we take it to about half, we are able to go ahead with our next attack, take it down. Rhyhorn is out, and we switch back to Dig, taking it to a Sliver as we get Scary Face before taking it down with Double Kick. Last but not least is Nidoking, and it hits us with Body Slam for a weak bit of damage as we dig. We pop out of the ground, taking it to red, and we get Body Slammed again to low yellow, taking it out with a Double Kick to win the next Giovanni fight. Alright, we grab the President's Master Ball, no comment, and then we had to fight Sabrina. She has pretty quick Pokemon, and if they get the opportunity to attack, we're probably going to get KO'd, but Nidoking is quicker than I thought. But there is only one way to find out. Sabrina starts with Kadabra, and we use Mega Horn and take it down in one shot. Mr. Mime is also a pretty easy one shot as well. Thankfully, the luck rolls the way that we need it to, and we both outspeed Alakazam and take it down in one shot as well. The last Pokemon she has is the least scariest of our team, which is Venomoth. So we go ahead, swap over to Thunderbolt, taking it to half and get confused, but we still manage to attack, and that wins us another gym battle. Now that I've made it through so much of the game, I'm actually really enjoying using Nidoking. I know that there are still a few Gen 1 first form Pokemon that I need to use, like Grimer, Bellsprout, and Jigglypuff, but I have to admit it's been a lot of fun using powerful Pokemon again. Nidoking is a good example of a Pokemon that I used on my winning team pretty much every time. What was your winning team, though? Because mine was usually Blastoise, Nidoking, Pidgeot, Butterfree, Kadabra, and usually Graveler. So, not the best trainer, but when you have a Blastoise before you reach the third gym because you don't understand game mechanics as well as you should, you basically just end up brute forcing your way through the entire game. I suppose we should probably go ahead and see how we do against Blaine. Blaine sends out Growlithe and we open with Dig, and this is going to be a bit of an issue, Intimidate, because his Arcanine also has Intimidate. We could take Growlithe and the Ponyta as well down with a single shot each. Rapidash goes to a small sliver and we get hit with Fire Blast for pretty decent damage. Blaine heals up and we use Thunderbolt, then we swap to Dig since we outspeed and take it out next turn. After that, all that's left is Arcanine, and we still outspeed using Dig, not even taking it to half as Fire Blast wrecks us. We have a little HP left and use Thunderbolt since it does go off special. Arcanine misses, but then Blaine heals up. We could take a chunk of health from Thunderbolt and then Dig again, taking it to red, but it does finally connect with its attack, and that ends the attempt. We do end up trying this battle dozens of times, but our poor special defense is finally catching up to us, and unfortunately with the intimidation drops, we're just not able to deal enough damage in return. So after just a couple levels, we continue with our Dig strategy, but naturally, this time, Arcanine misses the Fire Blast, so we can take it out without taking any damage. Did we have this luck during any of the lost attempts? Absolutely not. I don't even know how to respond to that. It takes a bit, but we do level up in Giovanni's gym, and we also learn Ice Beam because now he for sure has Earthquake. Thankfully, though, Ice Beam is strong enough to wreck through the majority of his team, and after spending so much time on Blaine, I'm not going to complain about having an easy last gym battle. Let's go ahead and fight the rival one more time before we go ahead and try to fight the Elite Four. Also, let me know if the mic quality is any better. I ended up doing a couple more adjustments both in my streaming setup and on my mic itself, so hopefully there's at least a bit of a noticeable difference, but I'm not 100% sure. Pidgeot goes down to Thunderbolt, Alakazam goes down to Megahorn, Gyarados is a one-shot as well, and then Charizard is two-shot but hits us hard. We dig against Rhyhorn, and since it doesn't know Earthquake, it goes down in two shots. Last is Execute, and it goes down to a single Megahorn, and we can move on. Now, there are a few things that I want to go ahead and cover before jumping into this last little bit of the game. The first is that I waited a day to record and finish this, and during that time, I forgot that I had gotten Earthquake from Giovanni. The second is that I'm still a part ground type, and due to that, Lorelei is able to absolutely wreck us over and over and over again. We can sometimes make it to Lapras if the luck lines up well, but it's the Lapras that's constantly the issue, and embarrassingly enough, there are some times that we don't even make it past Dugong if it gets a high roll on the damage. During this, of course, as I usually do, I will go ahead, there will be footage playing of some of these lost attempts, so you know that I didn't just immediately give up. But yeah, it's not working out. So we do end up having to level up, and with some level ups under our belt, we try again at 65. By now, Dugong goes down to 2 Thunderbolts, and Cloyster is always going to be a one-shot. We use Megahorn on Slowbro, but due to the prior Dugong heal, she doesn't heal it because it lands in red, and then we're just able to go ahead and take it out. Jinx is a one-shot, and Lapras knocks us down to 47 HP, but 2 Thunderbolts are enough to take it down and win the battle. I don't know if it would have been possible given how much HP it took. I don't know if we would have been able to do it at a lower level, to be honest. And here is where forgetting Earthquake is likely what hurts us. With Bruno, we're double kicking both of the Onix, and by the time we start having the other Pokemon come out, we're pretty beat up, and normally I don't mind if I have to level up, but in this case it bugs me because had I remembered to swap out double kick for Earthquake, I think we would have been able to beat this at a much lower level, so because I had kept getting beat up, I leveled up to 70, and once again, both Onix are going down to 2 double kicks each. Hitmonlee goes to half with Thunderbolt, and Dig takes it out. Due to the fact that Machamp misses Cross Chop, a couple Thunderbolts are able to take it out, and with Hitmonchan, it gets poisoned due to the physical attacks, and we're able to take it down pretty quickly. And again, it bothers me because I want to make sure that I am providing at least somewhat consistent content, and I don't know, I don't like the feeling of messing up. With Agatha, honestly, there isn't much to recap. Ice Beam is what we end up using to destroy her team. Gengar 1 uses Shadow Punch, Haunter uses Mean Look, Gengar 2 misses, Golbat is a one-shot, and then Arbok misses its Iron Tail. This battle did take a few dozen times due to awful Hypnosis and Curse Luck, but yeah. With Lance, again, same with Agatha, there isn't much to recap in this well. Given the fact that Nidoking has such a wild moveset, a good special, and we had to level up a couple times, we wreck his team. Gyarados is the only Pokemon that is able to put up a little bit of a fight, and even that isn't too bad. So without too much trouble, it's time to fight the rival one more time. And it's at this time, I noticed that we still haven't used Earthquake, so we do end up swapping that out. And then we also learn Ice Beam again, basically bypassing the needs for elixirs by relearning TMs. That's the best part about being able to buy these, is that I can just override them with each other. Pidgeot hits hard with Aerial Ace, and we take it to red, and it heals up. We know that if Pidgeot is weak to the first Pokemon, he'll swap to Rhydon sometimes, so we swap over to Ice Beam in prediction of that, and as Rhydon comes out, Ice Beam wrecks it entirely. Alakazam and Exeggutor are both easy one-shots with Megahorn, thanks to both of them, connecting. The injured Pidgeot comes out, and the rival wastes time healing it before it goes down, and the Gyarados is a one-shot. Charizard misses Fire Blast, which is the only reason we hit it with a second Thunderbolt, taking it out and winning the battle and the challenge on a 5th try victory. Despite a few player errors and some issues with basically RNG there towards the end, it was a lot of fun. I will probably be doing a Nidoqueen video next and seeing how the Queen compares to the King. Nidoking did a great job, and the big move pool, I think, was definitely part of it. Personally, though, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to support me outside of YouTube and Twitch, make sure to check out the Patreon, and As always, if you like the video, even if you didn't like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, because it does help me out. And until next time, everybody, peace out.